SportsCast with Jeremy Buckelew is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Hey, happy Sunday evening and welcome to another episode of SportsCast. I am your host, Jeremy Buckelew. Glad to have you with us as always here from the Brewer Street Mafia Studios. We are live tonight and going to get into episode 1 of our spring sports special. We're going to talk some baseball and softball tonight on SportsCast, and so looking forward to that. Real quick, I do want to say thank you to our sponsors. TEC outfits our entire studio with their high-speed fiber optic internet. We appreciate them for doing that. And again, if it can take care of everything that we throw at it here in the studio, they can take care of whatever you've got going on at home. So give them a call. Get on the list. If they're not in your area yet, be patient. They're on their way because I see them every day out running lines somewhere. And so thankful for TEC for the high-speed internet that keeps us up and going here each Sunday night and Tuesday night with Mike Weatherford's show. We appreciate them for helping us out with our internet needs. And then also don't want to forget about the Peddler Advantage. Each and every week you can catch the MyParisTV.com lineups in the Peddler, serving 9 counties. They are circulated all over West Tennessee, and I think even maybe up in parts of Kentucky you can find that. And so if you've got a classified ad, make sure that you go and see them at the Peddler. They're at 105 South Market Street now, or just give them a call. They're 731-644-9595 to get your classified listed, and it'll be seen by a huge circulation of folks. And so the Peddler Advantage, appreciate them for each and every week, including us in their paper to let you know what's coming up on the My Paris TV show lineup. Don't forget, we are simulcasting both on Facebook and YouTube, so you can catch us either place. The Facebook page is SportsCast with Jeremy Buckelew, or My Paris TV on YouTube, and you can go to MyParisTV.com to find out more. So make sure you go and do that. Kennedale's here with us tonight again. Been an interesting week for you, I guess.
Mike is not.
There it is.
Definitely, yeah. Lots of school, tennis, work.
Kenna's learning firsthand that University of Arkansas business degree is no joke. And
it is a joke. No, it is a joke. It just, how it's taught is even more of a joke.
Well, like you, at one point you had like aspiration to being a teacher, and like you have like a calling to be a teacher. I think you're getting a business degree, but I don't know that your true passion in life isn't going to be teaching, because you've always loved that. And so look at it that way. They're just preparing you through the business program to be a teacher.
Well, they can maybe refund me some of my money if that's
Start
the case.
paying you, put you on staff to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, glad you're here. Got all your homework and tests done and all that kind of stuff, and are able to join us tonight. We are also joined by Henry County Lady Patriot assistant coach Paul Puman with the Lady Patriot softball program. His first time on the show. Coach, glad to have you on. Welcome to it's my show. You'd think I could say it. Welcome to SportsCast. Glad you could make it on tonight with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Looking forward to hearing about the Lady Patriot softball. And then also head coach Curtis Copeland from Henry County Patriot baseball is with us. And so we're going to hear all about the baseball program and how this year's shaping up. And listen, both of these guys do a fantastic job and have had some past couple seasons have really been some good seasons. And so looking forward to hearing from them about what's coming up this season from both of them. And so, but first and foremost, we'll start every show with the best thing you've seen this week. Kenna, we'll start with you. What's the best thing you saw this week?
Well, Luke got to come home for Valentine's Day for the weekend, and so we got to spend our Valentine's watching the Razorbacks actually beat Auburn and not get destroyed by Auburn. And so, yeah, that was a good win last night, and we had fun watching it together.
Good. Baseball season started yesterday in college. Is that right? And so
Friday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I stand by that if the Hogs make it to Omaha, we may try to go to Omaha to watch a baseball game.
They should.
They should. They're in good shape to do
But
so.
nobody, you got to call them the Heartbreak Hogs for a reason.
Well, that's
so.
true. That's true. Glad Luke made it home safely. Is he headed back today or tomorrow?
Today he's back in Fayetteville.
Okay. Well, just counting the days. He graduates in May, doing an internship right now, trying to get that done, and then we'll graduate and be a Hog alum at that point, and hopefully be back home, right?
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. I'm going to go with, I guess I've been thinking, what's the best thing I saw this week? I don't even know, other than I'm going to say the Olympics. And here's why I'm going to say the Olympics is because I remember my mom, loved the Olympics. And with the Winter Olympics going on right now, it just is nostalgic for me. I love watching the events. My favorites are the speed skating, and right before we came, they had the ski jump on. I love watching that because I'm just fascinated that people will go hurling down a mountain like that and fly through the air, literally. But I'm gonna go with the Olympics, and like I said, my mom was such a fan of the Olympics that she would, when it was in these countries that were hours and hours ahead of us, and NBC or whoever was broadcasting it would air the live events at 2 or 3 in the morning. She would program our VCR to record it, get up, go to school, and then, because she was a teacher for 30-something years, and she'd get up and go to school, and then come home, and she would watch the live Olympic events at that point, because back then we didn't have streaming and playback and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go. Best thing I've seen this week is just I enjoy watching the Olympics, and so that's what I'm going to go with. Coach Puman, best thing you saw this week?
I'm going to say a couple of things. First thing is being able to get out on the field and practice, see the team. Close, I think it was 70 degrees a couple of days, which was, we talked earlier about Tennessee weather, prime example from one week to the other, but it was sure nice to get out and enjoy being on the field a little bit and seeing the girls and get some practice in. My other good thing this week, and it's kind of weird because it involves a funeral, but the community support for David Lassiter, who passed, Renee's dad,
right.
And I mean, it just showed what kind of man he was, the legacy that he left. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Just everyone who came out, that family's incredible anyway. But just to see that, it was almost like a celebration of
Sure.
what he stood for, and the support that Renee got from the teams and past players and everyone else. It just shows a lot of credit to her and what she does for this community. So
yeah, Renee was going to be on tonight, and then understandably so, she texted me and said, I just right now I just can't do it. And I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But you're right. I went, I got off work and rushed to town Thursday, and was going to go through the line, and then we had a ball game. It had to be on the air at 5:30 Thursday night, and walked in and had to send her a text. I'm like, Renee, I'm sorry I came by.
Yeah.
Please know that I stopped by,
Right.
but I was not going to be able to make it through the line because it was
Yep.
literally wrapped all the way around and almost to the door going outside of the chapel. And so you're right. And I said the same thing. That's just a testament to the kind of person your dad was and what your family. So great stuff. Coach Copeland?
Well, Coach took my thunder. I was actually going to say that both same things. But actually,
You still can. It's fine.
It's the weather, and we had 5 days of practice on the field. For us, was phenomenal. We need it.
Yeah.
So that and the community that came out for Coach Renee.
I didn't think it was ever going to thaw out. Like it felt like even with those 65-degree days, were you asking me, how long will all this stuff hang around? And of course, we work out in Cottage Grove, and there are places on Friday that still coming back from Cottage Grove in the shadows, there was still snow
Yes.
On the grass and stuff. I thought, man, this stuff is just going to linger forever. But I was glad to see that it finally got going, and I know y'all had to be as well because. And then, Coach, with the community sport, y'all had your chili fundraiser, which, by the way, was phenomenal. I'm not. I love a good bowl of chili. I'll eat chili in the dead heat of summer. I love chili that much. It was amazing. Got a good helping of it. I'm not a huge pimento cheese guy, but I ate all of my pimento cheese sandwich that goes with it. And so, but y'all had a big fundraiser on Thursday night as part of y'all's annual chili supper as well.
Yes, we missed it last year for the first time in some time for scheduling reasons, but this year it turned out really, really good.
Good. We
have a great booster club for the baseball program, and the community has always supported us. So
yeah, good deal. Well, like I said, both of you guys, your first time on the show, and so usually, I know y'all from doing radio and following the teams and all that, but some of the folks watching may recognize you but not know who you are. So tell us a little bit, Coach Putnam, we'll start with you. So tell us a little bit background about you, how you got into coaching, that kind of stuff. Who is Paul Putman?
Well,
it's not a trick question.
This is actually my 29th year of coaching, and started way back in fall of 1996.
Okay.
I was hired to assist Randy Veazey as the baseball coach. I was going to be his assistant. Randy got ill and couldn't do it, so I actually, my first year, had to take over the head coach of the baseball team, which was a lot for a 24-year-old. But anyway, Buddy Wiggleton helped me.
Yeah.
And to say we had a good time is an understatement. He helped me, and man, he was something. Another legacy right there is Buddy Wiggleton. But I don't think I could have done it without him and his experience and wisdom, to say the least. But I coached baseball for 8 years, and like I said, had some really good teams. I was blessed to have some of the best players that I'd ever been around. And I played 4 years of college at Bethel, and played with some good players. But those teams had some real talent, and I enjoyed that. Also, I was hired in as assistant football coach. So I coached with Scott Samsel, Steve Herring, and Donnie Webb. Yep. And then Coach Gaddis came along and asked me to be the defensive coordinator in 2004. And my second child was born, and my wife, Tracy, was like, "You're going to have to give something up." I'm outnumbered now. Yeah. So I told Coach Gaddis, I said, I'll do that if I can get out of baseball. So it worked out. Brian Welp came in and took over then and did a great job. And I coached football, assistant football, until 2014. So I was defensive coordinator for 2011 and 2013, which was some of the highlight of my career there, having those two teams that won the state championship under Coach Counts. Right. So been with some great coaches. Then I was going to take some time off after that, and I was sitting up in the watching my daughter play basketball at Lakewood, and Mr. Bell came up, and I was like, wonder what he wants. And he came up there, and I mean, this was right after I got out of football. He said, "I need a favor." He said, "We don't have a middle school softball coach, and I'd like for you to fill in until we find one." I said, reluctantly, I was like, "I'll do it, but if you find somebody else, sure, because I don't know how I'll be as a softball coach." But
a lot of times those I'll fill in till you find somebody else jobs are the
8
longest
years,
10 years.
8 years later, yeah, I think it was 7 or 8 years I did that, and then Renee called, and I was actually in Florida on vacation when Renee called. She said, "I'm going to take this head coach at softball, and I want you to help me." And I was like, I don't know if I can do that or not, because I know the time involved with spring sports and all that. And about the second or third time she called, I was like, and my wife was really encouraging me to. She said, "You need to do that. It'll be good. Y'all will be good together." And I said, "I know that, but I'm just the time involved." So she kept pushing me to do it. And I think she just wanted to get me out of the house a little more. But anyway, I agreed, and it's been probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. Renee, course, we went to college together, and she's about the only one I would have said yes for at that time. And in all of my coaching years, Renee is probably the best I've ever seen about building relationships. She is absolutely incredible. We have basically the same philosophy about things, but the way that she can build relationships with players and other coaches in the community is just, I give her all the credit in the world. And you see the crowds,
Right.
Coaches come from other teams and the crowds up there going nuts during a softball game. They're just astounded. Yeah. They're like, does this happen a lot? And we say, this is pretty much every game, and they just can't get over it. And it's a credit to Renee. I mean, and people just want to come out. We put a good product on the field, but I mean, it has a lot to do with her. And like I said, it's one of the best decisions. We've had more fun. Of course, when you're winning and going to state tournaments and things like that helps. Sure. But it's really been a highlight of my 30-year career.
Good. I remember when I met, not the right word, I guess, but became acquainted with you was I was just a young guy at West Paris Baptist Church when you and your wife started, I think, dating at the time. Because I say dating because I did the sound at y'all's wedding. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I was up there hitting play button on the CD player.
I think she's still mad at you for not warning her what she was getting into. So, but anyway, we go way back. That's been a couple of years, but
a little bit. But I didn't know if you'd remember that or not.
Sure
I was
do.
I sure do remember like when Coach Puman walked into West Paris with Tracy that first time.
A few less gray hairs back then.
The young buck back then. So, Coach, we're glad you're here. And again, I know y'all do a fantastic job and looking forward to hearing more about the program and stuff. Coach Copeland, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, I'm originally from Memphis area, basically Bartlett.
Okay.
And lived there for 57 years. Oh. Then 57 and a half. And then me and my wife retired up here. She still works, and I retired and have a place out there on the lake. And
I was going to ask if the lake is what brought you to Henry County.
Yeah. So. We bought a place in 2020, and we VRBO'd it for a couple of years. And one day, a guy came by my house in Bartlett and said, "Hey, well, you want to sell your house?" And I go, "Sure, what are you going to give me for it?" So he told me what he'd give me for it. And I'm like, "Okay.
Yeah, this is a deal."
We got a deal. And so we moved up here, had a place to live. And then I started in baseball in 2000 when my son was 5. Okay. And coached him in the same group of 14 kids till they got to college.
Nice.
So 5-year-old through 18-year-olds. And then started over with another group from 13-year-old through 16-year-old, and basically had a travel ball organization that I helped run and to get kids into college. So that group of kids that started at 5, all 14 of them ended up playing Division I baseball. Oh. And 5 of them got drafted.
Wow.
So
impressive.
I've just always been around good athletes and getting people into college and teaching and developing. And so when I moved up here, I had no plans of getting back into baseball. And Shane reached out, and I helped him. Okay. And then he quit on us. Got him a new job at Vol State, and kind of I never had any ambitions of coaching baseball in high school. I never have. So, but I'm enjoying it. It's this community is amazing. Good. So I've only been here for 4 years, and I am a Razorback fan, diehard.
Really?
Yeah, all my parents and stuff are from Arkansas. So okay. I grew up being an Arkansas fan.
Tough life.
So I might follow you to Omaha if they go.
All right. Come on.
But the baseball program here is the community makes it so much fun. Sure. I mean, and we didn't have that in Memphis or Bartlett area, and it never had any of that. You had your teams were your baseball family, but this community is whether it's baseball, basketball, football, softball, whatever. It's just amazing to me.
I preach that all the time. I don't know if anybody ever listens to me, but on the radio, wherever I am, always around this time, I talk about the fact that I hope that our kids that are playing for Henry County understand what a special place they get to play for, because you go these, like, I'm, again, not trying to dog anybody here, but we went to Kenwood for a basketball game. It was their senior night at Kenwood on Saturday, and I bet our crowd outnumbered them 5-1. And you go these places and you play, and there's some parents there. They may have a couple students trickle in, but it's nothing like Henry County. I mean, y'all, both of you talked about the fact that, but it not just the community, but the facilities we get to play at are second to none. And it's just, I don't know that the kids, until they get away from here, really understand what being a Lady Patriot and a Patriot really is all about, because of just how great it is with the support that they get from all over. But,
well, the one thing we do, I know each sport has their own way of doing things, but we do have our players out in the community doing helping hands, doing the Mexican dinner, doing the derby stuff,
right,
cleaning up the garbage. So they understand, because I don't know how to put this in words, but yes, they know that what they do out in the community comes back to to reap their rewards.
Sure. And then your educators' night is one of the biggest nights on the calendar, I think, as far as just honoring the. I know that there are other programs that do that now, but I think that y'all were the first to start it.
Yes, sir.
And so, again, just a great tradition that has been started here at Henry County, and I appreciate it, and I hope that other people let y'all know that how much they just appreciate what y'all do for the kids and the community and everything that goes on here. You had mentioned that, did you and Shane know each other before you moved up here, or did y'all just get connected? And
no, I did not know him. Luke Patterson,
okay,
who is one of my assistants, and he graduated from Bethel. He's from Arlington, so I knew his daddy for 40 years or plus. And my little stint outside of baseball, I sold cars at Audi, Gossett Audi in Memphis. Okay. And his dad bought vehicles from me for 6 years I did this. So Luke reached out and said, "Hey, Mr. Curtis, can you sell me a truck?" And I go, "Well, I retired. I live in Paris on the lake now." And he goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, we need an assistant coach. Can I get Shane to get your number?" And I go, "Yeah, might as well." So I met Shane, and we hit it off really good. He reminded me of 20 years ago when I was 40. He was 37, so I was 57 at that time, and I'm like, I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
And we saw eye to eye on a lot of things. So that's how I got to meet Shane.
Okay. And then you had mentioned coaching your son in baseball. I was going to ask both of you, because you both have kids. And is it tougher coaching your own kids, or is it tougher coaching other people's kids? What do y'all think? And y'all, because both of you, like I said, both of you coached other people's kids. I'm assuming, Paul, your kids played, even if it's just rec league stuff, coaching them. Which is tougher for you?
And that's one thing I did with Shane. He had a hard time coaching Austin. Ashton. Yeah. And I was good with my son. I mean, I would say coaching your own son is he either needs to be the best one or the worst one. But mine was like in between, so it was perfect. So, as long as you don't have everybody plays, so we didn't have but 11 kids starting out.
Right.
So you never had to worry about playing time because they all played.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a problem coaching my son.
Okay. What about you, Coach?
I would say it's a little bit tougher because they gotta ride home with you, they gotta live with you, and I've always, since I guess I could walk, had the passion for sports. I mean, I lived to breathe it. They had other interests, which was great, because sports can only get you so far. So anyway, I think that they didn't understand why I was so passionate about it, but had fun, coaching them. and I just wanted them to work harder, outwork everybody.
Right.
And I think I pushed them probably a little bit harder than I should have, but it was all in love, So
You want the best for them.
yeah. But I would say it's easier for me to coach other parents' kids than my own.
Yeah.
But love them all.
Sure. I understand. Ken would I'm in the same boat with you. I always enjoyed coaching my kids when they were playing stuff, but I didn't always get it right. And I know that now.
Or spectating.
Spectating was just as bad. But you live and you learn and you grow from those moments. And so
I'm scared for you to watch me coach now. He's going to be yelling at coach.
No, I'm going to love every minute of it. I don't know what you're talking about. So, guys, we're going to take a break real quick, hear from our sponsors again, and then we're going to come back and talk about the 2026 season on both of you and what we can expect to see. And we'll be back. Y'all stay with us 30 seconds. We'll be right back. Next week, we will continue our spring sports episodes with Henry County Patriot Track and Field, where Coach Stephanie Winters and John Norwood will join us. And I think Cheyenne Long and Zion Kendall will be in studio as well. And then after that segment, we're going to switch over to Patriot Boys Soccer with head coach Julian Beard and assistant Dylan Poole joining us. And Sladen Hosford and Demetrius Knowles is going to be here as well. So that's next Sunday night, live here at 7:30 in the studio. Y'all make sure and tune in for that to hear about track and field and boys soccer. And then don't forget on Tuesday night on the Mike Weatherford Show, it is the world premiere of Vince Dodd's new music video. Is it Hadji? Am I saying that right, Kevin? Hadji? Okay, yeah, Hadji, and they're gonna have special behind-the-scenes footage. Vince will be here, and debut of his new video that Kevin helped produce and direct and all that kind of stuff. And so make sure you tune in to Mike Weatherford Show on Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. live here from the Brewer Street Mafia Studios, and on the Mike Weatherford Show page. You can catch all of his episodes there. Go give him a follow and a like while you're at it. And then tomorrow night, a Contested Legacy, Lincoln Reexamined, with special guest author Walter Kennedy on the Tennessee Informer. That's at 2 o'clock Central. Is that a special time, it looks like? But normally it's 7 o'clock, but they're going to do a 2 o'clock show tomorrow. Hear from Walter Kennedy talking about Lincoln. And so that's the Tennessee Informer, another Keel Media production. And so be sure to tune into that on the My Paris TV YouTube and hear what he has to say. Back here with Coach Paul Putman and Coach Curtis Copeland of the Lady Patriot Softball and Patriot Baseball. And so, guys, I guess we'll let ladies go first as far as the Lady Patriots. I'm not saying that Coach Putman's a lady. No, what I'm saying is we'll talk about the Lady Patriots first is what I mean. And so that's what I'm talking about.
I've been called
Coach,
a lot worse. I'll take it.
Tell us about what we can expect this year from the Lady Patriots. They're coming back. Again, just past couple seasons have made some great runs, region championships, district championships, region championships, state appearances, got knocked out in the region or sub-state region last year. Okay. Yep. To a talented Dixon squad that went on to win.
Rossview, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who.
Yep.
There were so many of those nights were just marathon nights last season.
Yes, they were.
That I have trouble remembering. I just knew there were some good softball games. But tell us about this year, who you got coming back, what we can expect. And, again, Coach, last year the head coach, but you're helping out, got some new some helpers coming in.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
First of all, we're going to have Emily Brown. She's going to be our new assistant coach, and Me and Renee always kid around. We've got half a brain each, so we make up one full brain. So we make up one coach. So we got Emily. So we got basically two coaches now. Between me and Renee, make up one, and she's one. But anyway, we are very blessed to have her. I would say, and Renee definitely would say, she's one of the best pitchers to ever come through Henry County High School, if not but she's up there. As a matter of fact, her senior year was the COVID year. They only got to play a couple of games, I think, but I think she was going to break every record that there was. But already this week I was working with her, and she's going to be a valuable asset to our program.
Went on to play at UTM, I believe.
Sure did.
And,
had a good career there.
There.
Just a phenomenal pitcher. And our pitchers are going to learn a lot from her. So we got some big shoes to fill. We lost Andy Barrett, Lane Latimer, Audrey Hill, and Serenity Crosser. And so there was a lot of offensive firepower right there. Andy was our catcher, a great vocal leader. So was Lane. All those seniors were just great. Audrey. Big shoes to fill, but I think we're going to be okay. So coming back, we got Breeley Pierpoint. She just accepted an offer from Tennessee Tech, and she's up there as far as I had her when she was in 6th grade in middle school, and I called her pork chop because she weighed about 50 pounds at that time. She was about 5'10", 50 pounds, and I told her you gotta start eating. And so her name was Pork. I have to nickname them all now because at 30 years I can't keep them straight. But she'll be our shortstop, and she's going to be our leader. Vocal, lead by example. I mean, she'll be the first one there, the last one to leave every time. So Maddie Maroney is coming back. She's going to be a senior. She's played in the outfield for us. I think this will be her 3rd year to start. Or she played a lot as a sophomore. I can't remember how much she started then, but she's a good one. Lily Steele is another senior. I call Lily Pip. That's my nickname there. Maddie Maroney's Oscar. I don't know why. I think, but anyway, it just sometimes nicknames come out of nowhere. With me, especially. I'm halfway crazy now anyway, but Lily's going to help us on the mound. She's in the outfield as well. She goes about her business, and she is definitely a lead by example kind of person. Ireland Beecham is going to be our main pitcher. She has had, I know, at least 2 offers already, and I can't remember exactly where. I think Rhodes was one of them that offered, and I can't remember exactly where the other one was, but she'll have plenty more.
It's just a junior, you said,
just a junior. Yeah, just a junior, and she's gotten. I mean, she was our go-to last year. Her freshman year, she's pitching in the state tournament as a freshman. And just she held down Stewart's Creek for 5 or 6 innings as a freshman. So she's a good one. Reed Jackson also is a junior. Reed can play anywhere, just an athlete, and just power that's phenomenal. So she's going to be there for us too. We got sophomores. We got a group of sophomores, Lillian Eaton and Eva Eaton. I had them also when they were in middle school, and they're twins. So I'm a Cardinals fan. So one was a pitcher, one was a catcher. So the only way I could keep them straight was Wainwright. So Wayno is Lillian. She's the pitcher, and Eva is Yachty. So she's the catcher. But they're going to contribute greatly. Amelia Watkins, she was a starter last year at second base. She'll probably be doing a lot of the catching since we lost Andy. So she and Reed are going to hold down the catching for us. Jaden Wilson is another sophomore. She's a lefty. Of course, her nickname in middle school for me was Southpaw because she's a lefty. She's had several more nicknames since then, but we won't get into that. But we expect a lot out of her. Emily Denton is another sophomore, strong, good power there. She'll probably play some first base for us. Roxy Skidmore is a sophomore. these are their first year. Emily and Roxy, and Lainey Boyd is also a sophomore. But they impressed us in tryouts,
Sure.
and we expect a lot out of them. So we're gonna get them involved. Then Maggie Folks is our freshman, and she can play. She's versatile. She can play about anywhere. She's a right-handed thrower, left-handed hitter. So we're gonna have a couple of left-handed hitters in our lineup this year, and so we're not used to that. But that's gonna be great. But that's about it. That's our group, and I think from what I've seen, they're just hard-nosed. They work hard. They practice hard. Great work ethic, great attitudes.
Right.
And you can go a long way with that.
Of course, I get to see a lot of these girls because several of them play basketball as well. And of course, we're right in the middle. District tournament starts this week in basketball, and but like they're all so talented in multiple facets of the game. Even because like I know you said like Ireland, she's going to be your ace, so to speak, on the mound, but also has a great bat in her hand when she steps up to the plate. Dependable. Breeley's the same way. I talk about Reed all the time. That I have never she stands in front of some of the hardest hit balls I've ever seen in my life, and just gloves them with
Fearless.
no problem, and throws them out. And I would be diving out of the way, doing everything. I'd be backed up to the outfield by this point, and she is just 5 feet from the batter, just snagging stuff, and just tough as can be. And like I said, another great bat. Can put one in her backyard anytime she wants to, and
tremendous power. I mean, it's pretty tremendous. And the great thing about this bunch is you can put them anywhere on the field,
right?
And they can play anywhere. It's just that kind of athleticism that you don't see in all your teams. You have some that can only play first base. You got some that can only play outfield or catcher or whatever. But we can throw them anywhere and not lose a beat.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way they are.
Yeah. We were talking before we came on that, again, just it always in the spring sports, it feels like, well, at least with baseball and softball especially, it always comes down to us and Dixon. Dixon's probably going to be the biggest rival again this year. Nothing against the Clarksville schools, but we kind of control the district every year between us and the Cougars. And that should be no different this year, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dixon is definitely gunning for us.
Sure.
We've of course, last year you said we had some marathons. Sure. I mean, we had, I think one was a 10-inning game, an 11-inning game, and I mean, just some pure battles.
Right.
I mean, highlight games from the get-go. And I think we've beaten them several times in a row now, and they don't like that. So, but anyway, we're hopefully going to be ready for them and keep that little bit of advantage we've got mentally on them right now, because they feel like they threw everything at us last year they could,
right,
and still didn't come out on top. So we just gotta keep that little bit of advantage on them.
It's such a heated rivalry, but at least on the softball side, I'll let Coach Copeland talk about the baseball side in a minute. I don't know if it's quite the same or not, but from what I see on the softball side, it's a heated rivalry, but it's also a very respectful rivalry. It's very respectful, yes. But the reason I say that is because I remember being out there last year broadcasting, and at one point when the game was over, everybody had shaken hands or whatever, and their coach, I don't think it may not have been their coach. It may have been, I heard somebody say, I hate them so much because we had gotten the better of them the last couple times. But then, you see the girl, they come together after the game, and they respect one another, but that rivalry is alive and well in softball, maybe more so in baseball too than any other sport we've got right now. Of course, we hadn't played them so long in football. It's starting to come back with them being in our district now. Basketball has always kind of been there, but I mean, when you talk about the Dixon-Henry County rivalries now, I think of baseball and softball with some of the contests we have with them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely, no doubt.
And so, when does y'all season start? It's right around the corner. I know that March 4th or something like that. Is that right? The second from
about March the 4th, I believe. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it's right around the corner.
I know that. Again, Lance texted me the other day and was like, "Hey, send me the baseball and softball schedule and what games you can do." And of course, with Case playing soccer, there's so many that overlap and whatnot. But
the big thing I need to plug right now is the Latta tournament, Todd Latta tournament.
Okay.
I think we've done that. This will be our third year. It is March 20th and 21st this year. Of course, it's for Todd, and he, you know, up there as far as legacies for Henry County community, Renee and Todd, you know, they're just up there at the top. So we're so glad to put this in his memory, because he was such an influence in the community. So, and it has grown into, and this is credit to Renee. She's gotten some of the best teams really in Tennessee to come to this. And this is going to be a great event. I mean, you talk about high quality softball. You're going to see it the 20th and the 21st, and we need volunteers. Okay. So anyway, if you want to volunteer and help out, whether it be take up money at the gate, maybe do concessions or whatever, just contact me or Renee on that. Like I said, March 20th and 21st, and it's a great thing for the community as well, because these teams are coming from all over to participate in this. So
will that be at the high school, or is it the high school?
It's actually going to be at the high school and McNeil, because we have, I think this year we have 12 or 13 teams.
Wow!
So it's really grown.
Nice.
And see, the teams, they see that other good quality is going to be here, and they're like, we want to play in it.
Right.
And we're going to have, I believe this year we're going to have full games instead of time limits. So it's really going to be some good quality softball. So if you have time to come out, volunteer for anything, but at least come out and support, you know, and watch some good softball. Just
get in touch with you or Renee, I guess, or reach out and let them know that you're willing to help and able to help and can. And so, all right, we're gonna, like, it'll be here before you know it. Like, I know the days are, especially now that basketball's winding down, hopefully not too quickly, but I know that that's talk about that just for a second too, because I was going to, not that, I don't know how to word this, to be honest, without it sounding bad. I'm not trying to make it sound bad, but when you have so many girls who contribute on the softball field that are also playing basketball, that, like, right now, they're trying to make a run for district, region, and we want them to. We want our teams to make the state tournament.
Yes.
But it kind of puts, I don't want to say it puts you in a bind, but
it does a little bit.
Okay.
It's just one of the challenges that you have about coaching a spring sport.
Sure.
Because, like you said, I mean, we're wanting Cliff and them. We want them to go win a state championship.
Absolutely.
You know, and just like when we're playing, they're our biggest fan.
Right.
But you know, it'd be nice. We got 5 that are on the basketball team, and they're 5 that we're counting on.
Right.
I mean, they're going to be the ones that we're going to count on to get things done. Okay. But you know, they're in season with basketball, and they got our total support. Sure. Now they do come down; they'll take some swings and stuff. You know, kind of trying to keep in the groove of things and not get so rusty when we do start. But their priority right now is basketball. We want them to win.
I think you. Coach or Craig Lunn is watching, and so he was asking who's going to replace Andy, and you said you think it's probably going to be Reed and Amelia, right?
Yeah,
we'll kind of swap out.
And Maggie Folks is working as well. If she can get back there and do some quality catching for us, it makes us a whole lot better. You know, because then you got Amelia, who is a great infielder. Yeah. I mean, she played there for us all last year, and then you can keep Reed at third. But between those 3, they're going to hold down the catching duties. Right now, I'd say it's probably going to be Amelia, but Reed can get back there, and Reed you can play her anywhere.
Right.
You know, like I said before about a lot of them. But yeah, right now, probably if we started tomorrow, it'd probably be Amelia back there and Reed at third, and then, you know, kind of swap them out.
Okay. Coach, thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate you letting us know about that. And we'll come back to you in a minute. But Coach Copeland, tell us about your squad, what you're looking forward to, and what we can expect this year from the Patriots. Again, a couple sub-state appearances in the last 3 years or so, and then
we had a chance last year too, and something that's never happened to me in my life ever as a coach happened against Rossview in the game to go to the sectional. We were up 8-0 in the 5th inning. and they ended up beating us 22-11.
Yeah.
They scored like 15 or 16 runs with no errors.
Right. Well, listen, that game was in Clarksville. Is that right?
Clarksville
High School.
Yeah.
I remember there was something going on at church, and I don't remember what it was, but we were keeping up with it. And my wife was talking, and she's like, Henry County's up 8-0. I was like, Dad, they're going to do it. They're going to win this ball game. And we went into church and did whatever we had to do and came back out. And I was like, what was the score? And she said like 22 to whatever. I said, oh man, we really. She's like, no, Rossview came back. So it happens, you know.
One little fluke play.
Yeah.
That throws it all off, and next thing you know, it happens. That's just baseball.
And so with baseball, like you see that so many times, even at the professional level.
Oh, yeah.
Like think about like the World Series that have been flipped on their heads because somebody in the outfield missed a fly ball that is a routine play for a left fielder and whatever.
And the Razorbacks drop a pop fly.
Or instead of going for a double play, they throw to third to try to get the force out or something like last year, and it just completely changes. I mean, that's just a baseball thing. You got to be ready for it.
Yep, and that's one thing I like coaching with high school is to eliminate any kind of extra things. And people always they kind of get on to me about we don't have pickoff plays and rundowns. I'm like, the worst thing we can do is catch the ball and throw it and run him back to where he started.
Right. So
let's eliminate any kind of headaches that we can put ourselves into.
Right.
So, but we have one thing I do want to say that to the school system, putting in that facility, indoor facility that we have has made a wonders of world difference.
Yeah.
And just wanted to give them a big congratulations and thank you.
Yep.
And those softball young ladies come down there and talk to me all the time. Hey, Coach, can we go in there and hit? Yep. So, and I sit in there with them and watch them hit. They'll go in there and hit for 30 minutes and get their work in while they're playing basketball. So that's why they're a testament to why they're so good.
Sure.
But yeah, we have 10 seniors, 7 juniors on the varsity team, and then we have a JV squad that has 6 sophomores and 9 freshmen.
Yeah. It's a big senior class.
We had 9 graduate last year.
Wow. Yeah.
So my whole thoughts behind coaching is you can't have a program if you don't have players.
Sure.
You know, the days of having 18, 19, 20 kids to have 2 teams ain't gonna work.
Right.
So you have to develop, and that's what I try to do. And I have 4 other coaches now, which is now we have 5 coaches, which is in 4A. When you start playing Clarksville and Rossview, they got 8 coaches.
Right.
So the more you can have, the better you can start teaching people.
Who all are your assistants you got this year?
Luke Patterson is an assistant. He kind of runs the JV team.
Okay.
TK Terry Knott
Okay.
has been helping me now. This is his 2nd year.
Yeah.
Dylan Phillips.
Yep.
And a new guy from Bethel just graduated, and he's now took Coach Coleman's place over when he at the break. Balfour Rowe.
Okay.
He pitched at Bethel for 5 years.
Okay.
So he does the pitching with the JV, and Dylan does the pitching with the varsity, and he'll coach first base.
Right.
Dylan will. And so we got a really tough schedule. We play in the USA Classic high school tournament in during spring break at Millington.
Okay. I was going to ask where that was because I'd heard I know y'all play a lot of different places throughout the season. Have y'all been to Florida to play last year? Or that was a hopeful maybe that you wanted to?
I wanted to maybe try to play down in Gulf Shores during spring break, but that takes a lot of a lot.
A lot. I'm sure. Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
So that's just probably a wish, but the USA Classic this year is they have teams from California, Florida, Texas. I mean, it's an elite tournament, so we get to see what we're made of.
Okay.
I think the first game we play is some Catholic school out of Indiana or Ohio or something that hadn't lost more than 3 games in the last 5 years.
Wow.
So, and they're coached by a former big league guy, so it's going to be right out of the bat. So, and then we play in 3 other tournaments. They call them tournaments, but you just it counts as 3 games on your schedule.
Yeah.
So that's 12 games.
Okay.
But you play 16 or 17 games in that span.
Right.
So you're only allowed to schedule 30 games in a season.
Okay.
So, but we can end up playing like 35.
Right.
So that's why I do that. Plus the competition is really good, and we have to, we'll try to beat Dixon.
Sure.
But first or second in your district's all you're really trying to do. And so you can go, you have to beat Rossville or Clarksville.
Right.
So I try to build the schedule around us being able to face teams because we play Cookeville, Shelbyville,
Right.
and all these other tournaments, and to prepare us to be able to compete against those two teams.
Yeah. Now I will say this: the Patriots, y'all only got like 8 home games this year or something like that, right? And so if you want to come out and see them, better get out and see them because
Same thing. We had 8 last year.
Yeah, and so it's just that's how the schedule works out when you're making it, and
it's hard to get people to come to Henry County.
It is.
So we go. I'm having to go to Montford to play on a Saturday. I'm playing a scrimmage game at Bartlett on a Saturday.
Yep.
McKenzie, we can't play them because they didn't have a JV team, so I don't like playing a team that I can't have our JV get their game in.
Okay.
So that's why we don't have McKenzie on the schedule.
Right.
So we play Callaway County, and then we're actually going to play Huntington this year for the first time since I've been here. We scrimmage them every year, but we're going to play them. I believe that's the second week on Tuesday at their place. And then we play Stewart County. Stewart County on opening night is March the 2nd.
Okay.
But player-wise, we got Brock's back for the 4th year as our starting catcher.
Right.
Which
is a rare thing, I would guess, in high school. We talked about it with football, especially. He's 4-year starter at football, too.
Mm-hmm.
But to be a 4-year baseball starter, probably don't see that a whole lot in y'all's
No, not as a freshman being able to catch. I mean, he caught every inning as a freshman and a sophomore. And I got him out from behind the plate a little bit last year because Noah McClure was stepped up and was capable of letting Brock get some rest.
Right.
And this year, Brayson McDougal is a junior, and he's worked so hard. And Brock is like a coach on the field, and he's a coach with me at practice with our catchers. So we have a couple of freshmen and a couple of sophomores that are catchers that are with that indoor facility in the wintertime. We've been able to do a lot of work, and Brock is a testament of that, being able to be a leader on our baseball team and somewhat a coach.
Right. He's committed to Dyersburg State, correct? So
yep. And he calls this would be my 3rd year with him, and he's called every pitch of every game.
Okay.
I've never called one pitch ever.
That's going to be a question I was going to ask is who makes those decisions, but he's just you trust him that much to call the game.
Yep. I've probably in the last 2 years we've probably had 6 or 8 times that I've questioned. In between every innings, I go, "Hey, what was you thinking about? What was that pitch you called on that one?" He'll tell me, and I go, "Well, that's not a bad idea, but maybe I won't try this."
Right.
But he's really good. Yes, he's going to Dyersburg State, and that coach is new, and he's from Murray, and he's going to be in good hands with that guy.
Nice.
And then got Turner McSwain and Evan Flood are going to be our guys right now to be our district guys pitching.
Okay.
They're both 1A, 1B, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're both capable of beating anybody.
Sure.
Gavin Watkins is a senior. He's probably going to be our 3rd starter when we play on Thursdays.
Okay.
And then we got a plethora of bullpen arms with Noah Harbor and Levi Peel, who's going to play shortstop. I don't really want to take him off shortstop many times because he's basically the only guy that we've had any reps at short.
Okay.
And but he's a pitcher. Noah, Logan Weber, Denzel Young, who's made a big stride.
He's the one with the knuckle curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and I said I'd never let somebody throw a knuckleball, but he can actually throw it for a strike.
Oh,
and Brock
beautiful.
can catch it.
Yeah.
So, he's come along a long ways. Colton Heaton tore his ACL in football, so he's not having surgery, but he's playing in a brace, but he can still pitch.
Okay.
He's something about his, I don't know what it is, he just misses barrels. So he gets outs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm leaving somebody else off pitching wise, but Carson Green's probably going to be in there as a DH.
Right.
Then we have Danny Tormey is a junior. Dylan McDaniel's going to be on the mound as a little left-hander.
All right.
Ethan Nord's another junior. He's worked on his swing and is really this winter has come a long ways with his swing, and he's got some power. Austin Adams is going to be able to play some infield and pitch. He's a sophomore. A junior. And then we have a kid from California that moved in last year. Ryder Stevens is a utility guy and swings a good bat. So he's a junior. He plays third, short, and he can play second.
You're talking before we came out, just a plethora of pitching. Trying to figure out where to put them in the field is going to be the biggest challenge you have.
The big thing I have is that the really people that it's only played on the varsity level is Brock and Levi.
Okay.
Levi played all shortstop or second base every game last year, and he played a little bit as a sophomore. But Evan and Turner, when they pitch, they both play first. So after they pitch, I can't throw them in the outfield, so they got to go play first.
Right.
To protect their arm.
Sure.
And then when they flip-flop, so Wednesday will be a day off, so the next time Turner can go out in the outfield Thursday and Flood can play first.
Okay.
And then they'll come back and throw their bullpens on Friday, start the game, get their 35 pitches in, and then they'll come out and be a DH or something for that game.
Okay. And you said y'all start on March 8th.
March the 2nd.
March 2nd, sorry.
At Stewart County.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd will be at home against Stewart County.
Okay.
But we have a scrimmage this Tuesday at 4:30 against Huntington.
All right.
And then the following Saturday at Bartlett, and the following Tuesday at Crockett County, and then the following Saturday against Houston County here.
So it's basically here for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all are ready to go. And it's for both of you, because you mentioned something that triggered a question in my mind. What's the biggest jump from JV to varsity at the high school level for your kids? Like what do they have to adjust to the most from playing JV to playing varsity?
Pitching, being able to see quality. I mean, in the JVs, they're probably seeing 70 miles an hour to 76.
Okay.
Breaking balls, sliders.
Yeah.
I mean, Rossview's got a guy that sets at 92 to 94. Clarksville's got two guys that are 91 to 95. So being able to walk in there and see that.
Right.
And then the speed of the game. The pitchers are stealing bases and stuff you gotta know, hey, this guy's 2-0 behind the plate, this guy's 1-6 to the plate. I can steal second. But if he's 1-4 or less, I'm gonna have to be able to read a breaking ball to be able to steal.
Yep.
So just the knowledge of the game and the speed of the game and being able to figure out how to hit.
Is that so? Again, this is just my ignorance, and it's the same thing for y'all. I
Yeah,
guess,
I think pitching, the quality of pitching that you see, and a lot of the success, I think, of our team has been how much they work during the summer.
Okay.
They go to places, they play on these teams, and they go and see quality, year round. And if at this point, if you don't, then you're behind.
Yeah, I was going to say both.
Back in my day, you just played league ball,
right?
And that was all you had. A part of me kind of hates that it's gone to what it has as far as travel and everything. But just a honest thing about it is, if you don't do that and you don't see quality pitching and play against quality, high quality. Sure. You're not going to get any better,
right?
And you're not going to the next level.
That's right.
And so both of you have coached, you've got a whole slew of players that have been able to move on and play at the next level. Same for the Lady Patriot softball. So obviously y'all are doing it the right way. But the travel ball, most of y'all's players play. It's almost year round now. It feels like it anyway. It'll be, from this time through the end of November, if it stays dry enough. But are you saying a lot of y'all's players are on those teams that are just constantly going somewhere to play?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the ones that take it seriously.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that really, they're like, I want to be better and have a passion for it and want to play at the next level. That's about what it takes. Yeah. I mean, it really does.
And, you know, when you think about Jack and
Truett Webb's down at Southeast.
Truett's at Southeast, and you know, Carter went to Bethel and played, and then, like you said, you got several this year that'll move on.
Separello Hudson's at Motlow State now. I think he's off to a rising start. I think he's got 3 home runs already and batting a little over 400. And
he was playing at Jackson for a little while in the minor league. Well, didn't he play in the minor league with the Rockabillies? I thought he was.
He was just played summer ball.
Okay, all right,
At their stadium.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. I knew that he was at their stadium for something, and I just wasn't sure what it was. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get to that level, you got to put in the work now, and I guess y'all are seeing that. But it also, I mean, obviously it benefits the program. That it's kind of, again, a stupid question here, I guess. But at this point, when they get to this level, you know, I guess you're not. Are you still teaching mechanics any at all, or is it just fine tuning stuff now?
Well, I can tell you what I'm teaching. I'm teaching the incoming 9th graders and the 10th. I mean, I'm teaching them the game of baseball.
Okay, all right.
Just the baseball IQ is. I'm going to tell you, this was my 3rd summer to have tryouts.
Yeah,
and this is the 3rd year in a row that not one incoming 9th grader, knew what the positions were.
Okay.
Whether it's like I'll go to you an outfielder, yeah, I'm an outfielder. I said go to 7, go to 9, go to 8. They're standing there.
I'm not sure.
Didn't know the infield numbers.
Yeah.
When I know they don't know that, I know they don't know a lot of things.
Okay.
So yes, I'm teaching
fundamental stuff again.
Double play depth.
Yeah.
Double cuts.
Okay.
Bunt coverages. I mean, they don't know any of that. How to get a proper lead, how to run bases. If you hit a ball in the outfield, you don't run down halfway and then take a banana. You go out of the box. And just little things they should have been taught when there's 10.
Sure.
And didn't know what a 4-seam is. So
still working on just.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know how to play catch. I mean, they can't even warm up.
Yeah.
I think the main thing we do, faith family softball.
Okay.
And here's the thing. We want them to feel like a family, and play for each other, care for each other. The chemistry is the thing that we focus on more than anything. You know, they come in with skills,
right.
You know, like I said, a lot of them play in the summer, they play on the travel teams and things like that. But I don't know if they get that kind of family chemistry with those players.
Sure.
This is pride, tradition. This is Henry County. We're going to show our community what we're made of. They're going to be proud of us, you know. And I think we get them to come together like that and just develop their work ethic and care for each other,
right?
You know, and that's one of the main things. Like I said, they play on travel teams. They have instructors. You know, they go and pay somebody to show them certain things about their swing and whatever. Now, we do fine-tune that stuff when we see things but mainly it's the mental part of the game. Yes. I think at our point, if we can get them to play hard and play for each other, that's where our successes come from.
Yeah. Coach Copeland, you mentioned one thing too. I guess part of knowing the game is like the pitcher's time to the plate. Is that something that y'all will develop a scouting report on for that pitcher from possibly seeing him the year before, or is that real time first base coach over there timing and then relaying that message to the runner?
Well, I generally do it from third base.
Okay.
And then we just talk about it. I'll turn around and tell him, hey, he's 1-6 or 1-5 or whatever. The catcher's 2-0, 2-1, 2-3. You know, I got 4 or 5 guys that got the green light. As soon as we get that, then we tell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've been here an hour. It goes by quicker than it feels like a lot of times. I appreciate it.
But I do want to say one thing.
Yes.
That Levi Pill looks like he's going to be going to Bethel.
Nice.
And I got 3 guys, Flood, Turner, and Brock are all going to Dyersburg State.
Okay. So, again, just a plethora of talent that get to go watch. And, again, I'm always like, come out and support these teams because there's nothing like my favorite nights at the ballpark or when the both of you are playing at the same time. Now, sometimes I think for opposing teams, maybe when the balls are flying,
or when the foul ball from the baseball field is coming, we're all covering our heads.
But those are some of my favorite nights out of the ballpark is when both the games are going on, and so come out, support the kids, get involved as much as you can. I'm sure you guys, if you got somebody that monetarily wants to help with some things or whatever, I mean, you aren't going to turn anybody away, but come out, support these kids, support the teams, support you guys as the coaches. And
I want to thank Coach Copeland. He takes care of our outfield. He's over there mowing it, and it looks immaculate when he gets done with it. So just great to work with.
Yeah.
We get along, me and Renee and Coach. We're just, and I think people around us see that, and that kind of that family.
Sure.
Definitely 100% on that. And I enjoy doing it. I mean, before I got into baseball, I was a golf professional at a country club. So I did some work on the golf course. So I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
And we have a great machine to be able to do it and stripe it up and make designs. And I enjoy doing it and love doing it for the softball program. And when we have practice and they got a game and we don't have a game, we cut our practice off and they go support the softball team all the time.
Yeah. Vice versa.
And they do the same thing with us.
Sure.
And it is a good chemistry between us, and love Renee to death. I ain't known her but 3 years and plus, the same way with Coach Putnam, but they treat you like family.
Well, and I was going to say too, with just going back to the facilities, people comment on how good our facilities look, and I know that a lot of work goes into that. It's not that you wake up and the field looks like that.
That's a lot, and we've got a tremendous booster. We've got some of the best parents, and I could start naming them, but I don't want to forget anybody. But everybody. All we got to do is ask them. They'll be out there doing everything they can. I think it was 2 years ago we had the sub-state when the rain. Holy mackerel!
Fans and squeegeeing fields from 7 in the morning or so.
I looked up and there was like 30, 40 people out there. And you could call and say, "Hey, we need somebody 6 o'clock in the morning to come out," and they would just show up. And they just work and work. Of course, they just do whatever you ask them to. So that's. It makes it fun.
Absolutely.
It really does. It makes coaching fun. And I've had more fun the last couple of years than I have, just because of that, because everything is just support. And like I said, it's just like a big family.
Right.
So
same for y'all.
Our booster club's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
You're just telling me the dirt work is done, field's ready to play, and got all that taken care of. And again, just a lot of work goes into it. People don't realize.
There was a few years ago, if we'd have had what we had, a week ago, we couldn't have been on the field for a month.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, Monday, I walked out and I said, I wonder how far I'll sink down into this. Not hardly at all. It was just it could have been playable on Monday. Yeah. That's how it's come. How far it's come with Renee and these parents and coach, and it's a good situation. It really is.
Well, guys, best of luck this season. I'll be out there as much as I can be. When there's not a soccer game, I'll be at the baseball field. I can promise you that. And again, I don't say this very much, but I can do that because I've got an understanding wife who knows how much I enjoy. Well, I mean, I'm serious. I love Henry County sports, and I love being out there broadcasting, and I love just being out there amongst it. And without that kind of support, even you can't have it.
We appreciate you too.
Well, and that's not why I'm saying that. I'm just like both of y'all. Tracy understands that. I'm sure you understands that, and it's just a matter of. I just love being out there. There's nothing like a crisp spring night at the baseball park, whether it be watching a baseball or softball game. And I'm going to be honest with you, Coach, I didn't really get into softball until I started calling the Henry County Lady Patriots. And you talk about a fun product to go watch. If you haven't been to watch a softball game, you need to get out there and watch it. And the same with the baseball. It's a quality program, doing outstanding things, not only on the field, but in the community. Get out and support these folks, and season's right around the corner. So, any last words y'all want to say?
Excited.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime. Glad. And listen, I tell everybody this, and I mean it when I say it. Y'all just plan on coming back. And Renee's been on like 4 times. So you've only got 3 more appearances to catch up with Renee.
She's got a little more of the personality for this than I do.
I love her to death, and I'm so thankful every time that she's able to come on. And again, I know Renee's watching, and just know that we love you and we're thinking of you and your family.
Amen.
And if there's anything any of us can do, please don't hesitate to ask. And so, but guys, best of luck. Looking forward to it. Don't forget, next week we will have Coach Winders and Coach Norwood with track, along with Cheyenne Long and Zion Kendall here, and then Patriot soccer with Coach Julian Beard and Dylan Poole, and then Sladen Hosford and Demetrius Knowles as well coming in. And so we will see you then. Again, want to say thank you to the Peddler and TEC. Thank you to Philip Massey at Shelter Insurance and to Nathan Eaton at Eaton Construction for sponsoring the show each and every week. We appreciate it. Without them, it's not possible. Wouldn't be able to bring you a product each and every week. And so thank you to them. Thanks to Mike Weatherford for letting us use the studio, to Kevin Keel and Scott Norwood in the back for keeping us on the air. 2 first-time guests get to sign the board. I'm excited about that. It's been the first time in a long time I've had a first-time guest back on. So we're going to sign the board. Y'all have a good week.
Take care of yourselves and others.
See you next week, guys. Thank y'all.